Well, 2 Americans have now been confirmed dead in the Philippines from Typhoon Haiyan. Nearly 2 million people are struggling right now to find food and clean water after the typhoon ravaged the Philippines. The death toll could be lower than first expected, but the recovery effort is going to be a long one. More than 24 countries, including the U.S., are now jumping in to try and help out. And of course, a lot of us want to make sure we do our part, but also make sure that the money is going to the right place. So here to discuss how to donate and how, of course, to avoid being scammed if you're donating overseas is financial advisor Gary Scheer. Gary, thanks for being here.
Great to be with you.
I know at times like this, a lot of people want to jump in and they want to help out, but you have to be careful. So let's talk first of all, how do you make sure you're donating to a legitimate charity?
Well, it's times like this that bring out the best in people and the worst in people.
Sure.
So it's critical for people to make sure that their charity of choice gives direct aid. And when they donate, they should specify exactly which disaster they want to have that money go to.
Okay.
The Philippines is not the only one that's taking place in the world right now.
Okay, so make sure you're saying, I want it to go to Typhoon Haiyan victims in the Philippines. Let's talk about some red flags to watch out for. If you're making a donation, are there specific red flags to watch out for?
Absolutely. If there's a contest or a sweepstakes, beware. Okay. It probably is a scam.
And people do things like that all the time,
Absolutely.
Right? You're strapped for cash, but you still want to help out. Is there a way to make a difference?
Right. If people have assets like appreciated stock or property, they can actually make a gift to the charity rather than selling the stock and paying tax. They give it to the charity. They take a tax deduction. The charity then sells the asset or the stock, and they get the money tax-free.
All right, let's sum up some of the red flags for people that are saying, I'm looking at these images on the screen right now and I really want to give something as a death toll is expected to rise. The first of the red flags, we're talking about donating over the phone. You're saying do not do it.
Right. You know, a lot of people are they're pressed for time. They just want to get the caller off the phone. You know, but very often you have telemarketers who are soliciting on behalf of a charity, and very little of the money is going to the charity. So it's important to have people send literature, do some homework. Even though the charity wants your money today, if it's a legitimate charity, they want you to be educated and give often and more every single year.
Perhaps online is the best way to do it, or send a check?
Sending a check is really best.
Okay.
And it's easy to keep track of it that way for IRS purposes.
All right, going over it again, you said beware of the prizes, correct?
Right.
And then, of course, you're saying ask for written information. In some cases, you don't always get that. So the best thing to do is see if perhaps if there's warnings online for certain charities.
Right. There's some very good websites that indicate which charities are legitimate. We're putting a link up on our website, GaryScheer.com, to make it easier for people to do the research.
All right, Gary, thank you. I'm sure a lot of people wanting to pitch in. Thanks for your time.
Pleasure.
This